So I had a patient who was having trouble with his twice weekly testosterone injections. What his primary care doctor said got me on my soapbox all hot and bothered. Real quick, background. I got this patient who has started on testosterone replacement therapy and he feels fantastic, like he's 20 years younger, the kind of stuff you see in the commercials. But he was having problems injecting them twice weekly because he's already on Mounjaro as well. He was with his primary care doctor and mentioned this discomfort. And her response was, why are you doing them twice weekly? Once weekly is fine. In fact, they have roll-ons or creams that you can use instead. Here's why that's crazy. One, if he's on a reasonable dose of testosterone, which is what he needed to be on, once weekly injections still not going to create a steady level of testosterone in the blood. Number two, the topicals. I can't tell you how many patients I have had that started on topicals and went to one of the other ways of doing this because they're just not that good. They're inconsistent in what the actual concentration is in each dose. Recommended switching to the troches or a lozenge that absorbs into your cheek and under your tongue. These are really cool in that they give you a daily pulse of testosterone. You can have testosterone on demand. And by having it before a workout or before intimacy, you get the testosterone for an activity that really would benefit from that one. All right, so I promised you the craziest testosterone regimen I've seen so far. He came from a different practice on a dose of 250 milligrams of testosterone cypionate once weekly, anastrozole 1 milligram twice per week, and clomiphene 50 milligrams daily. 6 days later, their testosterone was still over 900 total, and their free testosterone was still 27 nanograms per deciliter. Normally, 6 days after a dose of testosterone, your free testosterone is dripping down to like 10. And despite those numbers, he had no libido because his estradiol was still 5. If he had a free testosterone 27, a healthy estradiol level at that point would have been somewhere over 60. So what do you get with that? You get super duper high testosterone once per week. You have clomiphene every day, blocking those estrogen receptors. And then on top of that, you're not going to make a whole lot of estrogen either with anastrozole twice weekly.